right. Getting ready to stream. Okay, we are live. All right, there we go. All right, we are live on YouTube. Yep, it just started, Rose and Queenie and Tashandra. So join us on YouTube.
Oh, they're all here.
Yep, they're in the chat saying sending positive vibes your way, ladies.
Thank you, thank you.
So we'll wait about probably another minute or so.
Are you ready? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Do you have a product next to you?
Yes. I have a couple.
Okay.
Come on, get the vibe right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
We need some music while we're waiting.
I know it's quiet.
I
Usually
know.
it's
I
quiet.
don't want them to kick me out. All right.
They
You know
won't kick
that.
you out. You just won't be able to they'll probably mute it after, but not
Yeah.
while you're on.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
y'all are getting lots of love. Thank y'all in the audience.
Oh yeah, everybody's in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come on, everybody.
Everybody. They said you ladies got this. Go. We are waiting. You two are outstanding.
You know, we do what we can.
No.
Hey everyone, if you are on, I see you in here. Hey Lois. If you're on IG, join us on YouTube at BCMC University. The pitch competition is about to start. I'm just sitting here on live so that anyone who pops in remembers to join us on YouTube. So we're getting ready to start. Hey Trees. Hey Trina. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and begin. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. We are going to start our BCMC cohort pitch competition. We have two contestants who are both from our BCMC Spring 2025 cohort. So we have Nigeria Thompson with Tap Candle Co. And then we also have Carlissa Fales with High Maintenance. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start with Carlissa. And then I also want to introduce you to Miss Joy. She is with Candleporium Fragrance House located in
Hi.
Atlanta, Georgia. All right, so I'm going to spotlight Miss Carlissa, and then Coach Nikki, if you can time us, we've got 3 minutes for the pitches. Again, there may be questions after each pitch. All right. And so we will wait for Coach Nikki to let us know when to start. Good luck, ladies. Y'all got this.
Y'all got this.
Mhm.
I worked for this. Y'all ready? I'm ready when you are.
Are you ready when I am? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Joy, for taking the time to listen to my presentation. My name is Carlissa Fells, and I'm the founder and CEO of High Maintenance Lifestyle LLC. So, what's the problem with being high maintenance, anyways? And why is it always seen as a bad thing? People will describe a high maintenance person as being too demanding or having too high standards, but are our standards supposed to be low? I mean, like, what's wrong with tending to our wants and needs, especially when it comes to our health and overall wellness? That's why at High Maintenance, we live a high maintenance lifestyle unapologetically. We believe that investing in yourself is the highest form of self-care. And yes, it is demanding. While some brands focus on simplicity or the soft life, we embrace the complexities of life and we implement practices that aid in managing our busy lives. And sometimes that's lighting a candle. Using our candles as a vessel and a companion on your journey to maintaining your highest self, high maintenance. And so I know from firsthand experience the consequences of not putting yourself first. I was that corporate baddie. I was always booked and busy until one day my body literally said, girl, sit down. Because if you don't take a day to relax, your body will pick a day for you. And this was my wake up call when the doctors couldn't cure me. And that's why I started my candle business to light the way back to myself. And we do pride ourselves on being a luxury wellness brand because you don't realize that your health is luxury until sometimes it's too late. And so, why partner with us? We're offering more than a product, but a lifestyle that your customers will immediately connect with. This is their reminder, their vessel, their companion to living a luxury lifestyle, and that reminding themselves to taking care of you is the true flex. And we have a range of products and scents from fruity to floral, warm and woody and sensual. Our blends are unique and hand poured in equally unique vessels. And not only do we provide a sensory experience, but our candles also serve as a statement piece for any space that they're in. We're intentional about our self care and we're intentional about our partnerships. So we're excited for the opportunity to be working with you. While living a high maintenance lifestyle isn't for everyone, for the right customer, for your customers at Candleporium, it's everything. So, can we provide that experience together? Thank you.
Oh, excellent. Thank
Yeah.
you, Carlissa. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate your presentation. So what you were saying is the reason why you started your brand is you're basically in a corporate environment, and basically it was exhaustion that led you to starting your candle company. How long have you been in business?
So, I've been in business for 2 years now.
Okay.
2 years, June 30th.
Okay. And why candles as your outlet in terms of having a high maintenance lifestyle?
Yes, so I just love candles, and I didn't realize that before I started the business, I was just always lighting them. It really was a way for me to relax. Like either after I finish, cleaning the house and I just want to sit down, light a candle. And then one day my mom actually suggested that I started making them. And I'm very creative and always wanted a business for myself. And so I bought my first candle making kit and literally I fell in love with the process. And so I've been making candles for 8 years. I've been in business for two. I was a project manager for 4 years. So I have the business experience and the candle making experience. I just didn't start my business until 2 years ago. But putting it all together has truly been like a rewarding experience. So I love candle making in the process. So.
Okay, great. So how many different scents do you offer through your company?
So through my site, I have about 8 scents currently.
Yeah.
But I have a signature collection that I was looking to put into Candleporium, which has 3 scents.
Okay. And why did you choose those 3 scents to be in the signature? Can you share what those scents are?
Yeah, of course. So they're my best-selling scents. It's Lush, which is more of like a clean fragrance. It's kind of on the lavender to floral side, and then or a mixture between clean and floral. And then I also have Royal, which is more of like your woody kind of masculine scent. It has notes of like tobacco, leather. And then I also have Allure, which I was actually just a Valentine scent that I had put out one year and it completely sold out. So I added that to my signature collection as well. And I describe it as like the female version of like Royal. It's very sexy, very sensual, has some notes of like rose. And so that's actually like one of my favorites.
How do you approach coming up with the scents for your collection? Is it about changing the mood of your target market, or is it just scents that you like? Like, how do you approach like the scents you want for your collection?
It's probably a combination of both. Of course, I want to like the scents, but I also understand that everyone's noses are different, right? So some scents that I might like, people might not like, and vice versa. So I just test different kinds. I try to stay within like certain families, and then I'll test them out amongst my friends. Again, I used to always give them out for like Christmas gifts and stuff like that. So I try to test like my market by like those closest people around me, and then whichever ones people gravitate to the most, then I'll put that in my on my website.
Okay. And who do you consider your target market?
So my target market are women like me, or men. I've had a lot of men enjoy my candles too. Typically millennials, people that are pretty busy with their lives, like literally my story, that are overworked and just looking for a way to relax, and that also enjoys luxury, that enjoys, putting certain pieces in her house. I like that when I'm burning my candle, it's not just like a typical candle from like Walmart or Target. Like it's literally a statement piece. It's a beautiful vessel. It has the gold interior. And so it just adds a little bit more extra for my lifestyle. So for those that are seeking that in their lifestyle as well.
What are the different size vessels do you offer?
So I have these full size vessels, which are 13 ounce, or they have or can hold 13 ounces of wax. And then I also have my mini sizes as well, which holds 4 ounces of wax.
Okay, gotcha. What do you feel separates high maintenance from other candle companies, since there's so many in the world? What makes you feel like you can kind of separate yourself from those others?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's my branding and my messaging. As I said before, a lot of wellness brands or candle brands, they want to focus on like the soft life. And I love that idea too. I be needing my soft days, right? But I just chose to approach it differently,
Okay.
and really embrace those complexities. I have a very, very busy life, but one thing that I make sure that I do is take time out for myself, and I use candles as part of that. It's part of my routine when I'm sitting down weekly. Like after this, I'm going to do my Sunday journal and plan my week, and I'm going to burn my candle. And it's just something that just keeps me grounded. And I think that's the difference that separates me and having a luxury brand, as well as the scents that I use, the vessels that I use are all unique as well.
Okay. And how do you currently market your candles to your target market?
So I use social media, of course, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you name it, I have it. Also very active in like my email marketing, and then I also do markets, and then I just got into events as well. So I'm planning an event this summer actually, and so I'll be bringing some people together for a candle making class.
Okay. Are you currently in any brick and mortar locations?
I am not. Candleporium will be the first one.
Okay. All right. And I guess my final question would be, where do you see high maintenance in the next, like, let's say 3 to 5 years?
Yes, so that's a great question. I have so many or such big dreams for my business, honestly. Again, with its focus being on wellness, I see myself as having a luxury spa one day. That is my end goal. I also have been playing around with another idea. I don't know, I might announce that later, but I
You can keep it to yourself.
yeah, I'm still praying about it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I
Okay.
think something really big, something that I feel like I need, and a lot of people, again, my target audience needs, that
Okay.
I feel like my brand could offer. It's the perfect segue into what I'm imagining. I'm sorry if I'm being a little too cryptic, but I do
No.
want to have a
Okay.
spa, and of course, I want to be in other brand or other brick and mortars as well, and just continue to grow and honestly spread the message of self-care to people.
Great. Do you have any questions for me?
I do. So what is the process as far as like timelines? How soon are you looking for us to send over our merchandise once we're selected?
So once you're selected, we are going to do a burn test. So we want you to send your products to Candleporium because we want to make sure whatever products you're sending, in terms of your packaging, presentation, and definitely your burn testing, because we want to make sure whatever we're selling to the clients, or our customers, is up to standard. So we will do a burn test of your product before we put it into the store.
Okay.
Everything will probably move fairly quickly, once we decide who we'll move forward with.
Okay.
And then at that time, we would get with you and then just kind of go over how the partnership would happen.
Understood. Okay.
Any of that was it? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you again for the opportunity.
No, thank you. All
All
right.
right. Okay.
Any,
Next up, we have Miss Nigeria. So let me spotlight you.
Let's get it. Let's go.
And then Coach Nikki, let us know when you're ready.
I'm ready when you are.
All right, bet. So we can go ahead and get started. All right. Good afternoon, Joy. How are you doing today?
fabulous. And
I
you?
know that's right. I'm blessed and highly favored. Okay. So I want to welcome you to Tap Candle Co., where we turn your favorite songs into scents. At Tap Candles, we are fan centric. We focus on great music, great vibes, and having that all underpinned by connection. We want candle burning to be fun, easy, and accessible. Life is hard enough. Child, we got protests. I live in Los Angeles. We got protests happening for ICE. We got people being like taken out of their homes. You know, it's Pride. All sorts of things are happening. And at Tap Candles, we want to unite the world through music. And that's exactly what our products do. Tap Candles will take your favorite song. Oops, can y'all see? It's a glare. It's sunny in California. So all of our products are in copper vessels. And so front and center is the name of the song. And then when you turn it to the side, you have this iconic QR code that's right on top of a music player. And so that continues to double down on the energy of music. And when you scan this QR code, it takes you to Spotify, where music fans can listen to their favorite songs and or songs that they have never heard of before. So we all know Luther, right? We all know Never Too Much, Never Too Much. Right? But there are going to be songs on that playlist that people may have never heard before. And so although Luther is no longer with us, his estate will get credits for the streams. Same thing with other artists like Doechii that we have, Sexy Love, which is our #1 seller, which is peach, coconut, and lang. It floats between genders, and that's what all of our fragrances do. And so we focus on sustainability, great music, and candles that smell amazing. They're going to embody the essence of the song, and we stand out because of that. I've had people from Paris Hilton to Doechii to Flavor Flav have our products, and they absolutely love and adore them. And I think your ATL clientele would too.
Awesome. So, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
So with there being like so many songs in the world,
Yeah.
how do you guys decide like which song to go with and pair that with the complementing scent?
Absolutely. So thank you for the question. I will say that how I select the songs is based on what the intention is. So right now we have 5 collections. We have Let's Chill, Let's Vibe, Let's Elevate, Let's Party, or it's called Let's Turn Up, and then Let's Wander.
Okay.
And so in each of these collections, although most of the songs are R&B related, we do have some pop and country. They all focus in under the umbrella of whatever the collection is called. So Let's Chill. All of those songs are relaxing, maybe slightly sensual R&B songs. Under Let's Wander, all of those songs are going to be like introspective songs that make you like sit, pause, and think and contemplate. And then with pairing the fragrances, I literally sit in the lab with that song on repeat and I journal how that song makes me feel, right? And then I take whatever those feelings are, what did those translate into scent? And then from there, I do my testing, I figure out what comes together, and then I consumer test to see, does this translate for out of my brain into the populace?
Okay.
I will say 38 cents later, we ain't missed. We ain't missed. So
Gotcha. So you did mention you have 38 cents.
correct.
Are you going to continue to expand your scents, or because you can kind of just go on and on and on, or is there,
Right.
do you kind of want to have it curated where it's only a certain number of scents per, collection? How do you look at that from a brand perspective in terms of how many, song scents that you offer?
Absolutely. That is a fantastic question. And thank you for that. So, of course, music is in all types of languages. There's so many different ways that you can go about it.
Mm-hmm.
Our collections cap at a number of 6. So there will be 6 songs per collection
Okay.
at a max. However, with the 5 that we have, I want to ensure that they are reaching and they are garnering the attention that they need. And so our scents range from sweet and spicy all the way to like earthy and woody.
Okay.
And so I want to stay like with what we have currently before we continue to expand. Outside of Candleporium, we would offer the turn your favorite song into a scent, which we do on our website. So if people want a Sade song, or if they want I don't know, like a Kendrick Lamar Squabble Up, if they want that as a candle, they could reach out to us and they can do that. But as a brand as a whole, we're going to stay where we are until we expand into like our international market. And that would just be like one additional collection.
Okay. So which of these scents were you looking at for Candleporium?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's our top 3 fan favorites, which is Sexy Love. It's our number 1 bestseller. In the last 2.5 years, we've sold over 500 of those particular candles, which is like brought in like a total of like almost $10,000. It is Peach, Coconut, and Lang. Our number 2 fan favorite is When Doves Cry, which is Eucalyptus, Pine, and Peppercorn. And then our number 3 fan favorite, which is my wife's favorite, is Hours and Hours, which is Amber, Teakwood, and Tobacco Leaves.
Okay. So why music as your I guess your muse for your candles? Like, how did you get into candles and wanting music to be the focus of your brand?
Absolutely. I love music down to my soul, like the soles of my feet and the soul on the inside of my body. I live, breathe, and eat music. And so during the pandemic, when I originally had the idea, I was burning candles all the time. We ain't got nothing to do but be in the house, right? And so I'm burning candles, I'm listening to music, and I was like, I've never seen a candle that was scented after music before. And at the time, I had no idea like how you make a candle, so I started with massage oil candles.
Okay.
And I had a customer at the time that was like, my woman loves these massage oil candles. Can you make her an actual one? Because since they have to be skin safe, they can't fill a room, right? And so when he asked that, I said, let's do that. And so I translated from massage oil candles into actual home decor candles. And I'm proud to say that all of our candles fill at least 1,200 square feet of space. And when it comes to like scent dissemination. And so that's how that translated into that from music, if that answers the question.
No, yes, actually it does.
Okay.
I think I read somewhere on your website, let me know if I'm wrong, your candles are pink?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Why pink? Why make the decision to make your are all the candles pink, or just like a certain number?
Nope.
Okay.
They are all pink.
Okay.
Yes. So our candles are pink, one, because pink is the color of self-love. And when it comes to candles, it can become a ritual for people. And so doubling down on energy, we are doubling down on self-love as well. Like you are taking the moment to curate space, maybe for yourself, maybe for your guests. And we want you to add this candle into that self-love space. And so that's why our candles are pink.
Okay. And who do you consider is your target market for your candles?
Yeah, for sure. So our target market is the Black millennial.
Okay.
specifically those that love music, but the Black millennial, we do kind of skew out a little bit because When Doves Cry and that Let's Elevate collection are more old school songs. So we have like Luther, Michael Jackson, TLC in there. So we do get that like 55 to 65 group as well. But most of our consumers are in that 30 to 45 age range.
Okay. And how are you currently marketing Tap Candles?
Yep. So we do social media marketing, of course. I go to a lot of music events here in LA.
Okay.
I actually have done some things with BET yesterday. So super excited about that. I also go to like a lot of like networking and spa events just because like our candles are vegan, they're all natural. And then we've worked with certain influencers like Yvonne Orji, aka Molly from Insecure. She has our candles. Like I said, Doechii and Tabitha Brown also has our candles, and she's like shouted us out, as well as the actress Danielle Pinnock. We also do email marketing. And I always have my business card, like my digital business cards. I'm talking to people, whether it's in the elevator, on the street. I'm hiking. I am the word of mouth girl. Closed mouths don't get fed over here, so it stays open.
Okay. And are your candles are they in any brick and mortar stores right now?
We actually have a pending contract with a spa here in LA.
Okay.
But that's still like under negotiation.
Gotcha. Okay. So what do you think, well, you're kind of niche in terms of being a music scent candle. So aside from that, what do you think separates your brand from other brands?
What I know separates Tap Candles from other brands is the approach and the dedication. I ensure that each candle embodies the essence of the song that it's scented after. I have had numerous customer reviews that talk about how the particular scent from, let's just say, Thriller reminds them of their leather jacket from high school in the 80s, right? Or like Creep reminds them of the soap that their mom has used to bathe them when they lived in Africa, right? So I get these connections from people often, and I know that will continue and be like a throughput in the store in Atlanta, as well as the vessels. The vessels, they're copper, like they're shiny, they're glistening, like, and copper is an energy conductor. And then our fragrances, they're gender bending. A lot of people focus on fragrances for specific audiences. I want my fragrances, or Tap Candles fragrances, I should say, to span whether you're non-binary, you identify as male or female, like you can connect with any candle that Tap Candles has to offer.
Okay. So let's go back to your copper vessels. So could you repeat again why you chose for your vessels to be copper? Are they all copper?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
So all of our vessels are copper, and we chose that because, again, going back to the energy and frequency, copper is a conductor of energy. It's a conductor of frequency. And historically, and like back in like ancient times, copper was used to actually make instruments. So that's why we chose copper.
Okay. Okay. And I guess my last question is, where do you see yourself in the future? 3 to 5?
Girl, everywhere. Everywhere. Tap Candles is going to be the premier home fragrance brand for people, because they're going, like, we can see already from the data that consumers are shifting just from having a candle, right? Candles don't last as long when they're like generally when they're commercially bought or commercially made. And so we're seeing consumers shift from the candles that they can buy at Target or at Walmart or even like Joe Malone, right? We're seeing them transition to a full immersive experience. And that's what our product provides, as well as tour merch for artists, as well as like fan experiences with artists. Like, we're going to be in the Grammy Museum. We are going to be in places where people think about music, whether it's the Grand Ole Opry to, like I said, the Grammy Museum, to places in New York that I don't know the names of yet. Tap Candles is going to be everywhere that you can think of.
Okay. And you said that you started your was it in 2020 during the pandemic? Is that what you said?
So officially, we
Have you-
launched in 2023, but
Okay.
I started making candles in 2021.
Gotcha. Okay. And what were your candle sizes?
So we can do up to 17 ounces,
Okay.
but so our standard sizes is 7 ounces and 9 ounces.
Okay. And what would you be looking for at Candleporium in terms of what offering you would like to do? What size would you like to do?
Probably the 7 and the 9 because our top three are two of them are in the 7 ounce and one is in the 9 ounce.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got it. Any questions for me?
Absolutely. So what made you want to start Candleporium?
Well, actually, I'm not the owner.
Okay.
I work with the owner. So,
Okay.
yes. So I'm on the operations side. I serve as like the brand liaison in a sense. So I work with all the brands that are coming into Candleporium. The owner is Chandra Glover. She is the owner.
Okay.
Yes. So, but I do know why she started it. Basically making candles was something that was healing for her when her mother was going through like chemo with cancer. So it was basically a therapeutic way of her going through that. And then one thing led to another. Candles became therapeutic and it kind of slowly evolved into a business, making candles and sharing that experience with people. So that is the main thread of why she started Candleporium. So we are a retail and candle making store. So not only do we house various brands from up and coming brands to more established brands, we also have candle making classes within our stores as well.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Mhm. So
Thank
it's
you.
basically a whole candle immersive experience at Candleporium. It is definitely all things candles.
Love that. Love that.
Mhm.
And then my other question, and I should say final question, is for the different brands that you all house,
Mhm.
how do you ensure that there's visibility for all of the brands?
Well, the way our store is designed, um, there's all visible points. So basically, there's nowhere to hide.
Mm,
You walk into a Candleporium, you would be able to see your brand right away. So every brand has clear visibility in terms of the customer being able to see you. Also, all the brands are located on our website and they have their own page. So let's see, when you're going to another candle store, you're just kind of listed, right, amongst all the candles. Whereas Candleporium, you have your own dedicated page. And so
gotcha.
on that page, there is an excerpt about your company. There is actually an excerpt about you as the founder with your picture. And we also state what your mission is. So each candle brand has their own dedicated page, where you do not find that at no other store. Normally, you're just kind of amongst all the candles. So that's another way we feel like we can give exposure to brands, whether they're established or they're up and coming. We also do in-store events, so like pop-up shops, things like that. We give the brands opportunities to kind of further, advertise their brands to our customer base. We seek Candleporium for up and coming brand, or even if you're established, just as a sounding board for someone who wants to be a part of a brick and mortar family. A
Okay.
lot of candles are sold via socials or via your website, or maybe you're doing a market, on the weekends. But to actually have like a store where people can kind of come to and be able to purchase your candles, to me, it's just another avenue, for your candles to get that exposure.
Got
So,
it.
along with that, and you're in a total different market, being that we're in Atlanta, you're in California, I believe.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So you're expanding your brand to a whole nother market that might not even be familiar with you. So
Right. No, absolutely.
that's just another vein in terms of like your marketing, when you're putting your whole marketing plan together as to how you're really going to push your brand.
Okay. Thank you so much for the answers. I appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Well, thank you both to Carlissa and Nigeria.
Ladies.
And also thank you, Miss Joy. We appreciate this partnership that we have with Candleporium. We love you. We love Chandra. So thank you so much for this
Thank you.
opportunity.
Mhm.
And everyone that joined, thank you for watching. We will announce the winner next week.
Yes.
And so great job, both Nigeria and Carlissa.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
everyone. Have
Have
a
a
good
great Sunday.
evening.
All right. Have a good
Bye.
evening. Thank you, ladies.